Hello everyone, Donna back again. I would like to share with you my latest project, which I have been planning to work on for a very long time, never got round to it, and finally I found some inspiration of finally getting on with it. And this is actually a decorated printer tray that I've used, and it's from 7Gypsies. And I am filming this in my conservatory, which is very unconventional, but you know, it was so dark inside. It has been raining and everything was so dark inside, and I had to come out to do justice to this tree because you know, it's got a dark background and it's sitting on a chair, and suddenly the sun has come up. Would you believe it? You know, I've been filming this several times, and because every time I run out of time. So let's get to it. This tray, as I said, you know, took me a few hours yesterday to complete, but you know, I have been looking at it, taking it out from the box, and I couldn't get my head round to doing it. And suddenly yesterday, within a few hours, everything fell into place. Would you believe it? And while I was doing it, I didn't know, you know, I just put the things in those compartments like we usually do, putting everything in compartments, compartmentalizing everything, and that's what I did. And then finally, when I stepped back, it told a story. You know, I wasn't telling the story when I was doing it, but then let me start the story. So as I said, the tray is from 7Gypsies, and then I've used quite a lot of Tim Holtz paints and metal embellishments. I prepped the tray with a bit of Tim Holtz daubers and added some mica to it to sort of get, you know, it looked all right, but you know, I just wanted to sort of brighten it up. Do you see the red, the gold showing through? I added some mica to the Tim Holtz, one of his brown daubers. It's something coffee, and you know, to save time, I need to get back into the frame. Right, so the story starts off at the top there. You know, you see a heart with a bow bunny embellishment, and there is that is actually Neve, you know, Neve. It's birch tree bark, and it looks like this. And I painted it. I misted it with some paint, and you know, also glimmer misted it. And I love the way it turned out. It's the story of me falling in love with my husband and moving to Sweden. That's our love. And then next to it, of course, the family came along, and F, it stands for family, for fun, for the future, my faith. I've got a little cross at the top, and it's a Swarovski crystal cross, and it's very, very pretty. You know, it catches the light. You know, it's so tiny, but you know, still very symbolic and important to me. Then moving on, here is the center. Excuse me. The horse symbolizes Sweden. This horse is called a Dalahäst. Excuse me. And that's how it looks like. I bought this from Panduro Hobby. Painted it, and it sits very nicely there. And it's usually red. This horse symbolizes a lot of things. I think it symbolizes prosperity, and I'm sure it symbolizes a lot to do with prosperity anyway. And then normally around the long neck of the horse, you know, there's usually some drawings, some white and blue and yellow colors, but I didn't want to do it because I liked it the way it is plain. And these horses are very expensive as, in Sweden as decoration in houses and window seals and that sort of thing. They come much bigger anyway. And then next to it, I've added a drawer handle. I liked the style, and also I've moved a lot over the past few years, and opening drawers, closing them, unpacking, emptying drawers. That's what it stands for, all the moving I've done over the years. And then this symbolizes my family again, and that ornate frame from Tim Holtz, it symbolizes a photo frame to me. I didn't want to add any pictures to this, but that's what it symbolizes, and picture of the family. And I loved it. And then inside that frame you see something inside. It's some embellishments from a top that I received as a Christmas present from my sister. And when you buy these tops, you get the extra bits in a bag, and I thought they looked really nice. I wanted to use them for something, and that's where it is now after all these years. It's one of my favorite tops as well, so that's what it symbolizes. And then of course the key to the family, to the heart and everything. So moving on here, this bit sort of symbolizes what I do at work, my work, and my life at work. So I've got a metal longish bit sitting there. It's also from a hardware bit. And then inside there's some metal gears from Tim Holtz, and then two balls. The two balls are actually wooden balls, which are like doll's head. Again, I bought these a while ago when I was doing my boxes as feet for my boxes, and I used to paint them. And so it symbolizes me juggling. There's a Swedish saying, många bollar i luften, which means you have so many balls in the air and you're juggling all the time. And that's what it symbolizes, me juggling work and family and everything else in my life. And those gears, some of the items I use at work are very steampunk-like, so I thought it's very appropriate. Underneath that is a metal, sort of a blue metal thing, and these metal things sit in the instrument baskets that we use at work, and that's what it looks like. They were planning to throw it away, and I managed to rescue a few of them, and told them not to throw, please save them up for me. And yes, that's what it is. And then again, more metal gears at the bottom. And then next to it, two keyholes. And I work as an operating theatre assistant, and we do a lot of keyhole surgery. So the keyholes, that's what it symbolizes, believe it or not. And also we look through the door before entering theatres, because it's a sterile area. So that, we have to always look first before charging into a theatre. So I have looked through so many of these doors from the outside. That keyhole is very symbolic. And next to it, lots of things there. This is a retractor that's sitting there, looks like scissors with the two arms out. And we use them to sort of hold the tissues in place. And if they are not used, then we become the retractors. We hold instruments to help the surgeon to see what he's doing. And the two arms sticking out, symbolize my arms, because they do ache during some operations which are very long. And that retractor was also being discarded, and I asked them if I could have it, and they thought that I was mad. What are you going to do with it? They asked me, and I said, I don't know. It's been sitting in my stash for about 2 years, and yesterday I found a use for it. I painted it with Tim Holtz metal paint as well to sort of blend in with the rest. And then underneath it, is the metal from the instrument tray, and then that round that you see is actually a curtain ring. I have, sewn a lot of curtains. I love sewing curtains, but not anymore. Taken down the curtains, put them up again, made new ones, and that ring really symbolizes a lot of things that I've done in the past, with my movie. And then the clock at the top, you know, you can't run away from time management, time for the train, time to wake up. Oh, the whole day, you know, revolves around time, doesn't it? It's so significant in our lives. And then the next compartment, you know, it starts with the key. I mean, below the key, above the key is a little sort of a heart-like thing. It's a pebble, actually, that one of my children found on the beach. When we are on beaches, we try to look for pebbles that look like hearts, and that's one of them. Thought it looked very cute in there. And then, of course, the key to everything. Key to my locker, key to the medicine cupboard, key to the instrument cupboard. You know, that's all to do with work. And then I wanted to sort of brighten up the whole work thing. Sometimes it can get you down. I love my work, but there are times when it can be a bit too much. So I wanted to add a flower. Flowers always make me happy and smile. And then next to it, you know, I've added 2 metal bits from work again. And then on top of it is a metal Tim Holtz pin. And then on it is hung in a prima bird cage and a bird as well, you know, which is not very, it's too small. I wish they would make these birds bigger. But anyway, it symbolizes the time when my daughter is going to fly the nest. She's turning 18 in December, and, you know, she will eventually leave. And the heart symbolizes my love for her. And the Bow Bunny embellishment is her picture. And actually she is very bad at time management, unfortunately. I've tried to instill that time management thing, but she's getting better. So by the time she leaves, I hope she'll get it under her belt. And then, of course, the bowl there symbolizes all the juggling I had to do for her, but it's all worth it in the end. Love it. Oh, I just want to mention these bowls at the top there, also the wooden bowls, and then in the middle is a glass handle, drawer handle, and I thought it looked very pretty together. And next bit, so here again the wooden bowls underneath there, and then with a square handle this time, glass handle. It's not sitting very properly, so that's why it looks a bit askew, but I will fix it in a bit. Then on top of that is a safety pin. Safety pins always are handy, you know, for everything from the time with the babies. You know, not that I used wood. I try to use cloth diapers, but yeah, you used safety pins there. And then on it is hung some charms, you know. And next to it is another Tim Holtz time piece, always important. Next to it is a capuchon of a lady, and she was white and black, and then I used some Tim Holtz dauber to sort of rough her up, and she symbolizes me. And I'm in a box. And that butterfly reminds me of my childhood. I love butterflies. And underneath it is a keyhole again, a keyhole to everything, my life. And then that horse symbolizes my husband. He is hardworking and as steady as a horse, if there's such a word, a saying. That's him. And then I added some gaffer tape to sort of complement the horse. And next to that, you know, the 2 metal pointy things are actually another item that was used at work, that they were discarding it because it's obsolete. It is used to make an incision in the eardrum. You add a blade to it, and then you make an incision. So it's not used anymore. And I thought it sit very prettily there, you know. Unusual. So that's why I say I've used some unconventional things in this tray that you'll never see anywhere. And then the last bit, you know, the 2 drawer handles, it symbolizes what my future is going to bring. You never know. There could be more traveling, and you know, this time I'll be prepared for it if I do up and move. And then that crown is like end of story for the time being, or it's continuing happily ever after. Who knows? You know, we can all wish. So this is my tray, and I like the way it turned out. You know, it wasn't what I had in mind originally, and it's a very unconventional tray, but you know, I like it, and it's going to sit in my sitting room. I'm very proud of the way it turned out. Please let me know what you think of it, and your feedback is always appreciated, as you know. Thank you, and thanks for watching. Bye.